Before this fight camp began, Errol Spence Jr. openly admitted that he had been away from boxing for a long time. He had taken time off, enjoyed life, gained some weight, and, by his own admission, was not completely committed to the sport. He had one foot in boxing and one foot outside.
My girl had bought me treadmill for my birthday. She's like, you never use it. She's like, I always buy you stuff for your birthday and stuff, you never use it. So I don't really like running by myself. Like just looking at people and just looking at different things like that. Like that's what I like. I like being around people.
Boxing might be the only thing about Errol Spence that's abnormal. Otherwise, he's a champion without entourage, a star without bling.
Picture and things like that, they'll be like, what's up? Because I've been going for a while. Graduated in my Errol Spence. It depends on who it is. But sometimes if I don't feel like being bothered, I'll be like, nah. They'll be like, man, you look just like one. I'll be like, yeah, I get that all the time.
But now, everything has changed. Spence is determined to prove that the time away has not taken away the skills, discipline, power, timing, and championship mentality that once made him one of the most respected fighters in the sport. After nearly 3 years away from competition, the former unified champion is back in the gym, training with a renewed purpose and sending a clear message to the boxing world. Errol Spence Jr. is not finished yet, and he believes he can still compete at the highest level. The stage is now set for a major showdown between Errol Spence Jr. and Tim Tszyu, a fight that brings together two elite fighters with completely different stories and styles. Every training session has become part of the preparation for one of the biggest moments of their careers. Endless rounds on the heavy bag, intense sparring sessions, strength and conditioning workouts, road work, defensive drills, and technical boxing exercises are all designed to prepare them for the opening bell. Both men understand. Once the fight begins, there will be no room for hesitation. Every punch, every movement, and every tactical decision could change the entire direction of the contest. For Errol Spence Jr., boxing has always been more than just a profession. Despite becoming a world champion and one of the biggest names in Spence has often maintained a relatively quiet and private lifestyle. He is not known for constantly surrounding himself with a massive entourage or seeking attention outside the ring. His personality is calm and relaxed, but inside the ropes, he has always been a
coffee star before you smashed.
Completely different fighter. The former champion built his reputation through pressure, accuracy, body punching, powerful combinations, and an ability to break opponents down over the course of a fight. After spending so much time away from competition, Spence understands that many questions remain unanswered. Can he still maintain his championship-level conditioning? Will his timing be sharp after such a long layoff? Has the
No pain, no gain.
damage from previous battles affected his reflexes or punch resistance? These are questions that only the fight itself can answer. However, reports from his training camp suggest that Spence has returned with impressive focus. His work on the heavy bag has shown crisp combinations, sharp movement, and the kind of controlled aggression that once made him one of the most dangerous welterweights in the world. Spence has also embraced a fresh chapter.
The two most famous names in Australian boxing, Tszyu and Fenech, now united.
I need to bring ruthlessness. I need to bring a relentless style. When you talk about Australian boxing and Australian relentlessness, you're talking Jeff Fenech. Jeff's very outspoken. He says what's on his mind.
I said that his team had the crowd, had a trainer who knew anything about the rules and regulations of boxing in his first fight against Fedora. If they had any brains, they would have stopped the fight and he's still world champion.
I felt like Jeff was the one that I needed at this point in my career, at this point in my life, and it's been a positive outlook ever since.
Yeah, you got a twist. That's it, leave it, that's it. Just bring it up, that's it.
In his career by working with a new training team led by Ronnie Shields in Houston. The change appears to have brought a new level of energy and motivation into his preparation. The goal is not
I remember Tim Tszyu, I remember him being 3 months old and him having teeth and being able to eat meat and attachment across to a bungee jumping kids. So we were very, very close back then. I watched him grow up, I watched him fight, I commentated, 90% of his fights, and my job's looking after him. That's my son up in the video. I don't think that he's somebody else's child. I've got his laid ears in my head. I see a huge change in him, in his confidence, in his aura. I just think that he knows that he's got somebody who can look after him now. And then boom, yeah, make him catch first. He's gonna catch. He's gonna punch my face. That's it, all distance to me. 2 legs apart. If there's one thing I'm working really, really hard, is him in his foundation, having his feet in the right position, because he's got good foundation, very hard to move. And the most important thing is when he's finished punching, he doesn't come back and be in the line, trying to get him moving to the side and doing those kind of things properly. Very comfortable and very controls and
simply to recreate the fighter Spence was years ago, but to develop a more complete version of him. His camp has focused on timing, defensive awareness, movement, conditioning, confidence, and maintaining his ability to apply intelligent pressure. Training alongside high-level fighters has also created a competitive environment where Spence is constantly pushed to improve. Meanwhile, Tim Tszyu is preparing for the biggest challenge of his career with a completely different mindset. The Australian contender has built his reputation around toughness, pressure, physical strength.
He should not have been put in. I know he wanted to continue, but it should have been taken out of his hands.
I don't want to make excuses, man, but yeah, this cut was quite frustrating.
Tim's dressing room, it felt like there'd been a death in the family. It was an emotional interview that I did with him. He was different to I'd ever seen him before.
Look, life's giving you hard times, and you just gotta make the most of it.
I just remember in the dressing room after, he was just, bawling his eyes out in the shower, and he just had blood just gushing down him, and I'm thinking, this is...
I was in hospital, there's only two people. My wife and Omar.
A lot of stuff coming through your brain because you don't know what the doctor's going to have to tell you. If it's concussion, if it's something, everything can happen. It's boxing. It's a business for them, but it's a life or death for us.
In an aggressive fighting style, Tszyu has never been afraid to stand in the pocket and exchange punches, but now he is looking to become a more complete fighter. His partnership with legendary Australian trainer Jeff Fenech has added another important dimension to his preparation. Fenech is known for his aggressive mentality and his demand for discipline inside the ring. His goal is to help Tszyu maintain his natural attacking instincts while improving his defensive movement, footwork, positioning, and overall ring intelligence. The partnership between Tszyu and Fenech has created enormous interest in Australian boxing. Fenech believes that Tszyu has the physical tools and mentality to compete at the highest level, but he also...
It was a dope experience, man. I wasn't expecting that at all, getting greeted by Aborigines and getting the whole dance and getting to meet them and everything. So it was dope, man. I appreciate that, especially coming out a long trip. And then first thing I come out, I get greeted by the Aborigines, so that was pretty dope.
How's it feel to be in Australia?
Huh?
How's it feel to be in Australia?
Oh, it feels good. I thought it was going to be a lot colder than this. So, the weather's great. I was looking from the plane. It looks like it's a great city. So I'm enjoying myself out here, and I can't wait for Sunday.
What does the next 10 days look like?
Just, a lot of training, probably some media stuff, but just staying focused, going over the game plan in the gym, and getting ready.
What was the reasoning behind the move to 160?
It wasn't no reason. I was like, why fight at 150? Why fight at 158 when I was just fight at the weight limit 160? I mean, why not?
Obviously, you'll see Tim Tszyu at some point. What will your first words to him be?
I don't have no words for him.
For Tszyu, this new training environment is about becoming more ruthless, more relentless, and more technically disciplined. He understands that facing someone like Spence requires more than simply walking forward and throwing punches. Spence is an experienced boxer with elite-level timing, counterpunching ability, and championship experience. If Tszyu becomes careless, Spence could punish him with accurate counters and powerful combinations. One of the biggest parts of Tszyu's preparation has been his conditioning. Early morning road work, running, sprint training, strength exercises, and intense boxing sessions have all become essential parts of his camp. For a pressure fighter, stamina can be one of the most important weapons. Tszyu needs to maintain a high pace without allowing his technique to break down.
Sean Porter, man, impressions on this fight?
Man, the impressions, it's 50-50. I don't think I've ever been so back and forth with the fight before, the unpredictability of this fight is uncanny at this point to me,
A lot of talk about this 3-year layoff with Errol Spence. What's worse, the 3-year layoff or the damage Tim Tszyu taken in that period as well?
I mean, I think it would be the damage. That's what I would think, You're thinking 3 years to get rest, but you're also thinking 3 years you're not putting the oil in it, you know what I mean? You're not running that gas, So I venture to believe that the 3 years of work that Tim's been putting in could be more it's not being used, he loses it. You know, he kind of has always just been a really good, simply good boxer. You know, so so he'll be all right.
He must be able to pressure Spence in the early rounds and still have enough energy to remain dangerous late in the fight. Tszyu has also continued some of his trademark physical conditioning drills, designed to improve toughness and prepare his body for the physical demands of a high-level fight. But boxing preparation is never just about becoming physically stronger. The mental side of the sport can be equally important. Every workout, every sparring session, and every difficult moment in training is designed to build confidence and resilience. Champions understand that the fight may last only a few rounds, or it could become a long tactical battle. Either way, preparation is what allows a fighter to remain composed when fatigue, pressure, and adversity begin to take over. Tszyu's journey has not been with him.
You know, Errol Spence is here in Australia, and I've never seen him in the flesh. It's good to see him in the flesh. Looks smooth. He's been out of the game a long time, so it's very interesting to see what he's going to bring.
What are you expecting? Obviously, you know, that 3-year layoff, we don't know what to expect, but what are you expecting from Errol in this fight?
To be honest, I have no idea. I don't think anyone's got an idea.
What sort of style are you expecting?
Errol Spence, you know, I think he's going to... Well, to be honest, it's really difficult because 3 years out, he's had one fight in 4 years. You know, he beat Ugas, which is a great victory. And so that inactivity is difficult, and it can work in some guys' favour, and it can work against some guys. So it's yet, when the bell goes, that's when we're going to find out. After a couple of rounds, we'll know what kind of Errol Spence is here, and I expect him to question what kind of Errol Spence is here pretty early.
Without setbacks. His previous hand injury became one of the most difficult periods of his career, creating uncertainty around his ability to train and compete at his best. The injury affected his preparation and forced him to deal with frustration and disappointment. However, after completing his rehabilitation, Tszyu has insisted that he is fully recovered and no longer concerned about the injury affecting his punching power. Instead of using the setback as an excuse,
What's your thoughts on this main event, Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu?
A lot of questions that need some answering. There'll probably be more questions as the fight week progresses. You know, Spence coming off a long layoff. What kind of Spence are we going to get? Tszyu not coming off a layoff, but coming off two performances where, you know, maybe he lacked the aggression we'd like to see in a Tim Tszyu. Which guy has more left? You know, I think everybody agrees that both guys are not what they used to be before, but which guy has more left?
What do you reckon is the biggest, you know, a lot of talk about Spence's fight with Crawford in that 3-year layoff. What's the sort of, you know, Tim Tszyu's had 7 fights in that 3 years, but he's got damage in those fights. What's the biggest sort of factor going into this fight? The layoff in the Crawford fight, or the damage Tim Tsz유's taken over that past 3 years?
I mean, layoff is always a concern, but also both guys are taking damage. You know, Spence also took damage in the Crawford fight, and also in the car accident, the retina surgery. You know, it's been not really been. He's really come out the worst for wear as well. Obviously, Tim Tsz유's been through tough fights, tough moments. Again, a lot of questions, not enough answers, and we'll get the answers over the weekend.
Tszyu has chosen to view it as another lesson in his development. He believes the experience made him mentally stronger and gave him a greater appreciation for every opportunity to compete. Boxing can be an unforgiving sport, and injuries can change careers in an instant. For Tszyu, the goal is now to move forward, stay healthy, and show the world the best version of himself. As fight week approached, Errol Spence Jr. arrived in Australia, bringing his comeback campaign into its final stage. The former unified champion received a traditional welcome before turning his attention toward the biggest challenge of the year.
Yeah, locked in, bro.
It's been an interesting build-up to this one. We haven't seen much of you. You've been locked in but locked away. Is that what's been going on?
Really?
Well, we haven't had time yet, mate. We always get time.
I've been focusing on what matters, and that's training, just being mentally prepared for what's ahead, and just enjoying what I'm doing.
How's the entire camp with Jeff Bean? He seems to have you in a good headspace.
Yeah, it's a good vibe, good energy. Life can't be better right now.
And now, let's talk about obviously Errol's here. He's not really giving you much but disrespect at the moment.
That's all right. You know, we settle our differences on Sunday.
Is that the type of person you'd prefer to fight? Someone that's giving you a bit of that attitude?